Well, the runes are a very ancient and native to this land and the Norse lands, a language for communicating wisdom. And they relate to the trees, they relate to the land, they relate very powerfully to nature and to the cosmos and the exchange between nature, the cosmos and the human being. Each of the runes represents a being. And it depends on whether or not the being wishes to communicate with you about the past, the present, or the future, or to connect you with something in particular, what you will get from a runestone reading. So the runes are a symbol for something a great deal deeper than just the symbol that's on the stone. They have many layers of meaning. Not long ago I was actually listening to a rune mage from Norway, and he has the runes tattooed on his arm. He talks about having got to know each symbol in a very deep manner, and that when he tunes in with each of the runes, he connects with the being. And he said each being has, if you were to imagine it, a filing cabinet of knowledge, which if you're studying that rune, you can open the different drawers in the filing cabinet. So it's a bit like in the Western systems when people talk about the karmic records. Each of the runes holds knowledge of a particular area. And should it be that you need to know something about the future, then yes, you could get something like that from a rune reading, but it's not a guarantee. They are remarkable, remarkable power tools. They never, in my experience, the runes never give you a wrong answer. They never give you a useless answer. They are extraordinary, skillful teachers. You can work with runes in a way that actually allows you to focus your attention. So if there's a particular thing that you're trying to manifest in your life, one of the ways that in recent years people are being taught to work with books like The Secret is about holding your own positive consciousness and envisioning what you want or seeing what you want. And if you can associate what you want with one of the runes, then the rune itself becomes like a mandala, a way in which if you draw it and put it up on your wall, each time you look at it, your unconscious will connect with the thing that you are wanting to balance in your life or bring into your life. And so that they can be very helpful in integrating who you are on the planet, actually getting yourself both creative and energized and give you a focus for your attention if you choose to use them well, because they connect very deeply with the Celtic roots, Pictish roots. You know, like if you go back in time in our land, the Druids used runes as a manner of communication. They were carved on wood or written or chipped into stone, but most of the lore was communicated verbally, and it still is the case that most of the rune lore is communicated verbally between people who understand the runes. Yes, I think it's cyclical, because we're also working with the star systems. Rudolf Steiner would talk about 7-year periods of your life being very important. And he created an education system that's called the Waldorf schools, and the Steiner education system was based on a great deal of occult knowledge, right? So he wrote a book called Occult Science. He was part of the Theosophical Society movement for quite a long time. And inside all of the ancient knowledge, there's a sense of the cyclical nature, right? So that we're working with things going in cycles, but that the spiral is what we're actually working with. So the circle isn't about going round and round and round and never getting off it. It's about going round and up or round and down as you center yourself. So when you reach a point where what you're learning about needs to be checked off against something that you knew when you were younger, then the tool that you were using then is the most useful one to check it with. You know, so that you're checking your own knowledge and the deepening of your own knowledge, but you're also learning something else from the tool, because these tools have lasted a long, long time because they contain vast amounts of knowledge that in one lifetime it's extremely difficult for one human being to contain all of this knowledge.